Hi everyone, my name is Dani Walker and this is my Miss Thailand Universe 2019 recap. If you have not yet subscribed, do that now, as well as hit the notifications bell and be sure to follow me on social media at Dani Walker. Since you guys asked, today I am wearing a Shop Toby cute little summer dress. I'm obsessed. It has these little ties on the top. Check them out if you guys need some cute casual outfits. And no, I am not sponsored by them, unfortunately. First thing, let's talk about the show opening. I am not sure where this pageant was held, but it looked really similar to the Miss Universe stage and arena, and it was fabulous. This production looked like a Grammys award show. Fabulous. Like, how exciting would it have been to be a contestant in this show this year, because it was seriously phenomenal. I loved the staging setup. I really liked the girls' metallic opening number dresses. Everyone just looked fantastic. The opening was pretty simple. The girls didn't do some elaborate dance. They had a lot of easy walking patterns, and I really think that this is the way to go for pageants. Not every contestant is a dancer, but you can make all of your contestants look really great with some fabulous walking patterns that allows the judges and the audience to get a really great look at the contestants, because that's who they're there to see. At the end of this video, I will be sharing my free guide to picking your best evening gown, so stick around for that. I think it was pretty exciting that Catriona was judging for this pageant, and also that she's judging for Miss South Africa with Demi Lee, so that's really cool. I like that because these girls are living and have lived as Miss Universe, so who better to pick as a potential Miss Universe as the current or past Miss Universe. Question though, does Kat speak Thai? And if she doesn't, how does she judge the onstage questions? Is there an interpreter for judges who don't speak Thai? Once again, I loved all of the things that they had the girls doing prior to the show. So all of the work with sponsors. I love that they had an airline sponsor. How cool is that, that they were flying the contestants around? Granted, it is a lot cheaper to fly from place to place in Thailand. When I was there, I was like, wow, it's not even like $100 a ticket to fly across this country, which is unbelievable to me. That was really awesome, and I just thought, like, why doesn't Miss USA have an airline sponsor? Why isn't an airline sponsoring state title holders, or at least Miss USA or Miss Universe, for their appearances? Like, why isn't that a thing? One thing that I really liked and appreciated were the opening shots introducing each of the contestants. I thought that overall all those shots looked great. Unfortunately, there were a couple of contestants who seemed to have video footage that was really dark and the lighting wasn't great, so I felt bad for those girls, but overall, the opening when you're introducing the girls looked awesome. All I could think about though, as they were announcing the top 20, was those poor girls' feet, because they stood up there for commercial breaks. Granted, I know that you can move around a little bit during a commercial, but man, they must have been in rehearsals all day before the final show, and then they were just standing up there for what seemed like forever in the same position, so I was really feeling for those girls' feet. I personally love that the girls got to participate in a music video for an artist. I thought that was so cool, not just for the pageant, but for the experience overall. Obviously, one girl goes home as Miss Thailand Universe, but it doesn't mean that there can't be so many other opportunities for all the contestants that are competing, so I thought that was super cool. I thought that the music video was a little bit long, but I'm like, whatever, who cares? It's all about the experience for the girls. If you guys liked the music video idea, comment superstar down below. How cool would it be though if we had an artist in the US invite the Miss USA contestants to be in their music video? I feel like that would be so cool, and they would probably get a ton more views because of all the people that support the contestants. I want to make a little bit of a mention about when the girls got announced for the top 20. I'm just going to call everybody by their numbers, by the way, because I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the names in this case. So our queen, number 19, the crowd went crazy when she was announced. Obviously, she was a huge front runner, and I think she's going to have a crazy amount of support for Miss Universe. What was interesting to me is that she spoke English and Thai when she was announced for that top 20, and I was shocked at how amazing her English was, and I just wonder if you guys know this. Is Thai or English her first language? I'm so curious. Did she grow up there, or did she grow up in the US and then has Thai residency? I'm so confused, but I am so impressed. Number 25 was interesting. I have never seen a girl do a spin turn when she gets announced for a top 20, so that kind of made me giggle. I was like, okay, this is different. By the way, if you are watching on a mobile device, make sure that you screenshot this episode, post it in one of your Instagram stories, and tag me at Dani Walker. I want to know what you guys think about the show and this recap. I can appreciate live performances, but one thing that struck me with the singer that they had performing was that she was singing some major pop hits by like Pink and Beyonce, and those songs are not easy to perform, so I sort of wish that that performer would have just performed original songs instead of trying to sing Beyonce. Is it just me, or am I the only one who sort of thinks that only Beyonce should sing Beyonce? Let's talk about swim. I love that the swimsuits were created especially for this show and for the contestants. I like that that made that moment on stage for them very special. Now, the other idea I had about this was that if a designer makes special Miss USA, Miss Universe, whatever, themed swimsuits or shoes or gowns or any of those things, it could really double as fan merchandise. So I think that could be a great push for sponsors in the future to say, hey, we designed these swimsuits especially for Miss Thailand Universe, and now if you loved them, you can own your own as well. So I think that would be a really great incentive for future sponsors and something I would love to see in future pageants. When they were announcing the girls for the swimsuit cut and for the gown cut, I loved those little clips of them on the beach. I thought those were so well shot. I liked that it showed us the girls in a really natural setting with less makeup, and it showed how beautiful they really are. So I thought that was a nice touch. Let's talk about the swim performances. So number 3, obviously another fan favorite. She did really well. To me, she was a front runner. As I was watching in the weeks even before Miss Thailand, granted I am not as familiar with the Thai pageant scene, but to me she always seemed like a front runner, and I love that little like wink that she did at the end of swimsuit. I thought that was really fun. I wonder if she did it on the fly or if it was actually planned. Either way, I thought it was cute. Can we talk about number 9's perfectly timed swimsuit spin turn with the music? That was phenomenal. I literally rewound at that part of the show because I wanted to see it again because I thought it was so well done. So ladies, watch and learn from that. You ain't getting over it. I got news like I just want to note number 16, very beautiful. I thought she was so pretty on stage. Now our winner, number 19. When she stepped foot on stage, even when the other contestant was in front of her on stage, the crowd went wild, which must have been an extra confidence boost. Now the one thing that I have as a critique for Miss Universe is that at the end of the runway, after she did, you know, all of her poses, her posture when she turned to the side wasn't as poised and as held up as I would like to have seen. And I'm only getting nitpicky because I love her and I am not surprised if she is our Miss Universe. Obviously, when you're competing at that international level, small things really stand out and really count. So I would be extra careful of her posture on stage in her preparation for Miss Universe. Number 22, loved her double spin turn for her pose. I thought that was really cool and great, something different we don't see as much. 31, wow, she is so tall and statuesque and she just has such a sweet vibe about her. I loved her throughout the pageant. I'm curious though, I don't know how this pageant works. Can you recompete for Miss Thailand Universe, or is she eligible to compete for other international pageants? Because I think she would be an awesome representative for Thailand in the future. Can we please just acknowledge number 44's ponytail swing?
Own that ponytail. Work that updo.
Like the way that her ponytail swayed when she walked looked so great on stage. I just loved that. Also, if you guys want to check out some amazing swimsuit walks, some of my favorite this year were in Miss Puerto Rico Universe. So if you guys want to see those, check out my Miss Puerto Rico Universe recap, which I'm going to link right up here because those ladies were on top of it. Moving on to gown. Number 3, her gown was absolutely fantastic. Oh my gosh, that fuchsia. Someone please comment, tell me who designs that because I have to follow them. It was just, I loved it. Loved it. Number 9, wow, that gown also, who designed that? Absolutely loved the dress. Was not crazy about the arm piece though. I noticed it as soon as she walked out and I just didn't think that the dress needed it. I thought that it drawed a little bit of unwanted attention to her arm, really for no reason. Number 10, ladies, watch and learn. That is how you wear a simple dress. That yellow dress was fitted to perfection. She looked stunning in it. Our queen, number 19. Her performance for gown was my favorite. That look that she had, her facials are on point. The crowd loved it. I thought it was a little bit Catriona inspired, but who cares? It worked. Number 22, loved that dress, loved the styling of it. I just wish that we would have seen a slightly bigger earring on her, or maybe just a little bit of rhinestones on that gown, because after all, it's a pageant. 31. I did not love that dress. I thought it stood out. I thought it was really different, but actually what bothered me was just the color. I felt like it really washed her out on stage, so I wish I would have seen her in a colorful dress instead of the white. Now let's discuss our top 5 questions, which I used Google Translate to translate. So these are really, really rough translations. Number 3 was asked about a Canadian, I would assume transgender is what Google meant, transgender woman who competed in a women's cycling competition, and basically if she thinks it's fair if she's competing in a women's sport. She seemed pretty confident in her answer, but Google was saying all sorts of weird things. Google was telling me, if applying already is the root, thinking that we will do something that is not about sex. I am not really sure what Google meant, but it also referenced that it is in the mind, and if we want to do something, we should do our best. So I think she was saying it's fine that a transgender woman would compete in a women's division in Canadian cycling. So I'm pretty sure that that's what she meant by that. Number 9, in a world that talks about equality, they were asking her something about equality and if she thinks things are equal. And she referenced, I believe, that Thailand is progressive in terms of equality for men, women, and transgender people, and kind of like actively promotes that, I'm pretty sure. And the audience cheered, so I think they liked that. Number 19, our winner. So they asked her, in Thailand and abroad, there have been cases of women who have been abused by their husbands, who killed their husbands in self-defense and were jailed. I think at the end they were asking, what are your thoughts? So she answered in English that she believes it's really sad that these women have to go through that and that they have no one to help them out of these difficult situations. And she believes that organizations should be set up to help women so they don't have to suffer, and that they can be happy and free and don't have to live in those situations. Her answer was pretty solid and the crowd cheered for that. So she was obviously just going right into that top 3. Question, if you were in Thailand, what is the general opinion of Thai people in terms of title holders like our Miss Thailand Universe who hear the question in Thai and answer it back in English? Is that something that is looked upon like this is great, or is it something that is looked down upon in Thailand? Because I'm kind of curious how everybody takes that in Thailand. Now, number 31, they were asking her about youth activists and monks even that are calling for change for the global climate change crisis in our environment. And they referenced that some people would say adults have stolen the future for children. What do you think about this? And she referenced a scripture where she was talking about you should not despise youth for their age, and that children can see things that adults can't see. So basically saying, I believe that people should listen to our youth even though they're young because of the issues we're facing with global warming and climate change. Number 22 was asked about UN statistics regarding women who are forced to marry to reduce families' economic burden, and what are your thoughts basically. Now she did reference something about, I think what she meant is how that is viewed upon in every different culture and the law of the land basically, but she did say that she believes that God never gives you anything that you can't handle. And so I think she was saying that it just varies country by country, and that even if women have to get married younger to take that economic burden off of their family, that they'll be able to make it through that. So I'm not exactly sure about that. Now, the top 3. Each of them was asked about, how do you feel about a woman who stayed in a broken family for the sake of her child, although she doesn't love her husband? And I thought that was a really interesting question for women today. Number 3 didn't get to completely answer the question, and you could tell that after she finished that she seemed to be really crushed, like on the brink of tears. And I felt for her in that moment because she could tell, I'm done, like I'm out of this race. Her answer was loosely translated. Her answer was referencing parents that were divorced but stayed together for the sake of the children, and they were trying to make the children happy for their best interest, but then she got cut off. Now, number 31 answered in English. She actually asked for the question to be translated in English and then answered. And she said, to be honest, that happened in my family before my parents got divorced. They stayed together because of the love of my siblings. That changed my life because love never fails. No matter what we go through, no matter what I've been through, I always come back to the fact that I've been loved unconditionally and I can love other people that way too. So the love of a mother should never be put down. And I thought that was a really sweet, sincere type of answer. She talked about her personal experience and that love never fails. So I thought that was really nice. Now, our winner said, to be honest, when I was a kid, I thought that my parents were together because of me, because when I looked at other couples, looked at my friends' parents, they looked like they were intimate. But I believe for a woman to stay together with a guy, even though she doesn't love him, just so that the kid can have a full family, that you have to appreciate that sacrifice that a mother is making so that he or she can live in a happy family and grow so they can be the best that they can be while being loved and cherished by a full family. So that was kind of like she knocked it out of the park. She hit on all these different topics. Obviously front runner, but also clear winner with both of her answers. So she did fantastic. I cannot wait to see her compete at Miss Universe. So my last notes really were just that as we were watching the crowning, I wish that the reigning queen would have placed the crown on our new Miss Thailand Universe's head. I have seen recently in pageants when another title holder is visiting royalty, a title holder who has a higher title than the state or national title holder, that we tend to see the girl with the higher title get to place the crown on the girl's head. But I really think that that's part of your experience as a title holder, is getting to crown the next girl, getting to pass that on. So I just wish that we would have seen the reigning queen crown our new Miss Thailand Universe. Since you stuck around, as promised, I am giving you my guide to choosing your best evening gown. Just click the description below. You're going to find a link that will connect you directly to that. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Make sure that you like, comment, share this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell, and of course follow me on social media at Dani Walker. I really appreciate you tuning into this one, and I hope to see you at the next episode.